on the weekend. Highball Bar, located at 122 North 11th Street in downtown Lincoln.
Tanner's Bar and Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite MLB teams this spring and summer, as well as Nebraska baseball. Enjoy Tanner's delicious hamburgers, chicken lips, and daily specials. Wash it down with one of their tons of options of beers. You'll never have an issue finding the game as there are TVs everywhere throughout the space. So get in early and grab your spot and settle in for an afternoon or evening of baseball at Tanner's Bar and Grill, 30th and Yankee Hill.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Do you want to try something different on your smoker? Now through June 2nd, enjoy fresh, all-natural pork belly for $2.99 per pound. Great for burn ends or making your own bacon. Also, USDA Choice Pecana for $9.99 per pound. And if you're looking to stretch your pennies, all-natural fresh chicken drumsticks for just 88 cents per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
School tells you all about the four seasons: spring, summer, and so on. And then there's a way we really tell what time of year it is. Sports seasons: football season, baseball season, or even off season. Well, what's the chocolate season? Well, it's now, of course. And now, and always. Whether you're looking for a caffeinated pick-me-up on the way to work, a little snack on the way home, or you need the perfect gift that's sure to be appreciated, it's time for the chocolate season, y'all. 40th and Old Cheney, or order ahead at thechocolatesseason.com. See you there.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Join us each Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon for Youth Football 101 with Tank Perry of the Nebraska Red Wolves of 7-on-7 football. The future of the sport depends on the foundation set at a young age. Hear those stories and more each Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Hey guys, it's Nick. 93.7 The Ticket is excited to be broadcasting this weekend from Stillwater, Oklahoma, as the Big Ten champion Nebraska baseball team appears in their first regional since 2021. From Friday through Monday, Austin and I will have pregame shows, postgame reactions, interviews, and other thoughts from Stillwater as the Huskers begin their road to Omaha. If you're making the trip down there, make sure you join Austin and I on Friday from 12 to 2 from the Garage Burgers and Beer in Stillwater, located just 3 blocks away from O'Brate Stadium. Regional coverage is presented by Mullen Motors, Sandhills Global, and Blur Events. It's NCAA baseball tournament coverage live from Stillwater, Oklahoma, this Friday through Monday on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? Back again. Jay Foreman, DP, Old School. We are live out here on Give to Lincoln Day out here at Cedars, 6601 Pioneers Boulevard. Been out here from 6, and we will be 6 a.m. all the way to 6 p.m. Appreciate you guys stopping by, all the support, setting records again. Obviously, the Ticket doing a great job partnering with Cedars and their expansion. Obviously going to be a fitness center in the back, but also for listeners, if you're going to be writing the check, write the check to Lincoln Community Foundation with Cedars in the memo line to make sure that they can continue to raise as much money as possible on Give to Lincoln Day with their new indoor facility or indoor activity center, which is obviously going to, focus on a little bit of obviously activity and physical health. So Cedars is doing great things. Obviously, partnering with the Ticket our second year in a row. Last year was great. This year is even better. And like you said, I heard you earlier, DP, is, along with the Cedars and the Ticket, has shown other nonprofits how to do it, when to do it, and who to do it with. Obviously, the Ticket loves partnering with the Cedars, but also setting standards both with how we do things and also how Cedars has been conducting themselves on Give to Lincoln Day.
I'm looking forward to the facilities being built because that Jay Foreman in-house basketball tournament, that one-on-one Jay Foreman basketball camp in the back, right?
Yeah. Well, it would be. I can tell you better than I can show you.
Right.
You know how they have the county fairs where they have where the teachers go up there and they dunk the teachers. So I guess I could go up there and let some of the kids dunk on me, but I definitely can't play basketball anymore. But
no, it'll be having the nice facilities. Yeah. I'd imagine that for the young folks in time of need, having some recreation and being able to not be boundaried indoors, be able to go outside in a safe space
and to do things, and also you can connect through sports. An adult can connect with a younger person through sports, and this is not even about obviously being the best at it, obviously, or whatever, but you could just get them in a safe spot or safe place, where you can connect with them and see what they got going on, and obviously make that true connection with them. And that's generally what you need. They're looking for support, and it goes both ways. You got to build trust, and it goes both ways. And however it can come to fruition, obviously, is all in the good spaces of what Cedars is doing out here.
So you have time. Donations all the way through midnight. We'll be here till 6. Digitally, again, just go to givetolincoln.com and select Cedars and make your donation. Right. And we want to hear your shout out. So if you just want to pay tribute to somebody, if you want to just say, hey, I love you, I made a donation in your name and you want it read, we'll do that for you in the next 2 hours. Just let us know, hey, you're still out there, you're still giving, and this still matters over the course of the next 10 hours or so as you head into the late night.
Yeah, last year was really good. It was focused on the carriage house, which is almost complete. on the campus here. And obviously Cedars has grown over the years to truly have a campus. And obviously they're going to have an indoor activity center and, provide kids the indoor space to move and play and do the things that they, enjoy to do, whether they, with phones and everything, they see, different sports, but just the activity to connect with them amongst each other as well. So it's always good to partner with Cedars. Obviously, they're expanding, and that's obviously a good thing, but it's also a good thing for not only the city of Lincoln, but the whole state of Nebraska. They have, they welcome anybody and everybody from all across the state and do it, for the good purposes of helping people have a safe place to be.
Well, you literally can drive up and you can go out back, and you can see the work done on the carriage house just since last year. The work that's been done in carriage house, and then to see the space, 6 acres,
right?
6 acres,
yeah.
And that took some real forward thinking, some real projection. Where you were able to see, I would imagine that the founders would just go, "Wow."
Well, I mean, you gotta have when you have a great organization like Cedars, everybody's focused. Obviously, it's great right now. You see the end game, but you gotta have some vision. And you got to, not some vision. You got to have a lot of vision. You got to have a heart. A lot of heart, and you got to have passion. And that's what Cedars is built on, and that's what the whole staff at Cedars is built on. And so that's why they're able to grow by leaps and bounds. Obviously, we just talked about the carriage house last year, and then already the indoor activity this year. And that's why it's great for the ticket to partner with them, and obviously the city of Lincoln to support a great place like Cedars, along with other. Facilities and nonprofits throughout the Give the Lincoln Day, but ultimately we're out here at Cedars and we believe in what they're doing and what they provide. And you don't get there just by showing up. You're showing up on days you don't want to and showing up for people that you necessarily don't know. And so that's the great thing about Cedars. They not only expand, but they bring people along with them. And so that's why it's such a great organization.
I was introduced to a woman by the name of Nadine.
Right.
And Nadine has been at Cedars almost 10 years. And she's in the late night shift, the overnight shift.
Right.
So imagine 2 a.m. In Lincoln, Nebraska, and there's young people or a family with young people in it who are in a crisis mode and need a safe place to go. Well, Nadine is the captain of the midnight. And to know that there are people who are on call and on purpose at 2:00 in the morning, the darkest hours in Lincoln, right?
Yeah.
That
or even later than that,
right?
Yeah.
And she's here, from 2 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Right.
But even this afternoon, she's here.
Right.
She's here, being a part of it and contributing and shining. And she didn't want any exposure. She didn't want any hype. But to know that there's a staff of people here that when you and I go to sleep at night, they have the back of Lincoln's young people in positions of need. And so for all of the services that they provide, whether it's life skills, whether it's therapy, whether it's treatment, whether it's just consideration and being present. But the fact that door is open for a young person in need in this town is reason enough for us to just go to GiveToLincoln.com and select Cedars and make a donation today for the kids.
Yeah, and if you write a check, obviously make sure you have Cedars in the memo. A check written out to Lincoln Community Foundation. The one thing is not just the being here; it's the resources that they provide once you're here. It's not get you. Sometimes you can get here and then he's like, okay, well, what's next? They have a detailed plan, and a plan that generally works out. And I think you got Culligan Jay coming up here, who's
well, he did the thing today.
Yeah, I know he did. He always does, and he's a great supporter of old school. I know Culligan Jay very well. But generally, Lincoln supports a lot of different organizations. But the thing for Cedars, I think last year was I think groundbreaking, but then also. Set the precedent to how you can go about, fundraising for different organizations. Because, as great as Give the Lincoln Day is, and it's a big deal. I think when you have a vision, a purpose, and then also the wherewithal to find a partnership that can, both be beneficial for everybody, right? And that's how you run a great organization like Cedars. And then that's how you get a partnership with the ticket and obviously having, 12 hours of radio out here all day and all night or all morning, all through the day and all obviously up to 6 p.m. Takes it truly a vision. It takes a process, and then also it takes a proper planning to, be able to execute, great 2 years in a row, and it'll be even better, by midnight.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fascinating that on a day that cities that unite in full.
Right.
And no matter how you reach out, no matter what you donated to, you made Lincoln better today.
Oh, sure.
Right? Like it doesn't matter. But
right.
to tell
everybody wins.
To know that to go through this, that Cedars, because of its work and that people recognized that all of this work since 1947.
Right.
That people care.
Yeah.
And there's nothing greater you can say about a community, a town, or an organization is that they care.
Right.
And being that North Star for Lincoln to say, listen, we're going to be here if you need us or don't need us.
Right.
Probably somebody needed Cedars, whether you
sure.
know it or not.
Yeah.
Somebody and care about needed Cedars.
Oh yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, it's that's just the laws of averages and numbers, and there's no, you don't judge where people come from or where they start, and because you just never know. But it just matter how can you overcome it, and you need assistance, and everybody, nobody becomes a champion overnight or becomes a bigger or better person without a good support system, and that's what Cedar is able to provide. Obviously, the facility and the campus is obviously what you see on that, like the outside, right? That's just like kind of, the first glance, but really where the magic happens is inside and the staff and the leadership and be able to grow and continue to do great things. And you got to hire people that want to be here and want to do great things. And that's, you got to have leadership that, that's, upfront and honest and in there with them. And that's just, part of any type of, whether you're building a team, building a business, building a, great facility like Cedars. When you think about 1,000 kids that Cedars cares for, people don't realize how many people 1,000 people are.
Yeah.
And the reason why, look, I coach basketball. So, you go into a gym and you think, I was just, when I came over, like 1,000 kids, it's 1,000 people, that I, see, all the time in the weekend, you have a staff that's got I don't know what the ratio is, but everybody's got to be on point, and then also you have a night staff that you got to be willing not only to bring people in, but you got to sometimes diffuse situations because it's an intense situation. If you're looking for somewhere to go or a family or anything like that, you got to make sure that everybody feels welcome. And so there's every situation is unique. So you have 1,000 different kind of I guess call them pods of families that come here and to this great facility and campus, and to have 6 acres close to the golf course over here off of Pioneers, which is obviously a well-known obviously traffic area, lets where it started. You talk about like all the way back in the 1940s. Now we're in 2024 heading to 2025, and they're still growing. And the great thing about places like Cedars and everything that we're Give to Lincoln Day highlights is where people, have grown and where they will continue to go. And you think about all the way to maybe 2030, where Cedars will be and how many people they'll be able to service.
Here's the thing. I'm looking down and it says that they are 10 donations away from 400.
Yeah.
So listen.
We need old school. We need the old school people to get in there. It doesn't matter how much, as long as you donate, it goes to a good purpose. The one thing is,
hit us on the text line.
Right, text line.
We need 10. We need 10 of the old school heads.
Right.
To make a donation.
Yeah.
Don't care how much it is.
Yeah. It does. I mean, it's I don't do a lot of public stuff. I'm on a board or two, and then, great thing working at the ticket, you can kind of, say yay or nay on things that you want to participate in. So, like it doesn't mean anything to the whole people, but for like, I had it was never a question to be here on Give to Lincoln Day for Cedars, just because of the great things that they do and the great people that they have and the great leadership that they've been able to do. When I sat with, I think Jim, and I generally, I know places like Cedars, obviously from Minneapolis and Houston, worked very closely with one in Buffalo. And so that's, all 9 years of my NFL career. Then afterwards, and being part of one back in Frederick, Maryland, there's a couple certain questions you ask him, because I just wanted to see where his mindset was, and he passed every time, or passed with flying colors. Now, look, I'm not his boss, but I generally like to see where people's at and see if you're, like we say, are you 10 toes down?
Yep.
And so what that means for you people out there who don't know what 10 toes down is. Are you down with the process? Are you really down for it when it's not fun and games? And so I look at Give the Lincoln Day for the city of Lincoln. It's a celebration. Give the Lincoln Day when you're going to highlight a place like Cedars is a celebration of where they came and where they built this thing up to and where they're going to go. And look, for to be able to be a part of Cedars expansion from, or what the Carriage House last year, then I'll see with the Indoor Activity Center this year. It's been great, and that's where you only get it. You're only able to do things like this when you do great stuff. You don't. If you're not
doing good work,
right? And that's why that's why Lincoln's so good. You're like Cedars has been able to grow is because they've done great things and continue to have done it, not just for a little bit, and also when they make the easy decision, which they probably thought, like, what the heck is going on, right? When Jake Sorensen shows up and showed her how we're going to partner with the ticket.
Blow
decision.
those horns. Blow those horns.
Somebody coming in?
Yeah, blow those horns. We're at 392.
Yes.
So
see, there we go.
Again,
we got
old
eight
school.
More.
Come on, old school.
We got about an hour and a half left, so we should
come
be
on,
able to
old
exceed
school.
400.
Yeah, let's get to 400.
And if you feeling froggy, you can come down here to 6601 Pioneers Boulevard.
And I'm sitting here with these Salt Dogs tickets, so you wouldn't be doing it for nothing.
And you got VIP parking too.
Yeah, it's a hookup.
Everybody likes to be a VIP, right? Yeah, everybody likes the VIP experience.
Yeah,
Salt Dogs is a great experience, and obviously it's a great experience, especially I think if people are on their way home. Give the Lincoln Day. It's a big day. It's on everybody's calendar to, you want to stop by and see, the expansion and what's going on here. I think it definitely would, pay dividends for everybody to stop by.
Well, a lot of folks will be in the car, so you're picking up those final rides, right? A lot of folks are going out of town. Folks are planning.
Yeah,
but we caught you on a Thursday.
We caught you on a Thursday.
We caught you on a Thursday this year.
This year there's no excuse. Plus, everybody operates from their phone. And so if you have a lot of stuff going on, you want to make sure that you, do the dang thing. So
you can say, here's the deal: the Huskers are in Stillwater. If we get to 400, they win tomorrow.
Oh, that's a guarantee then.
Right,
we're getting there.
Right, like if they listen, make it. You can put Cedars in the memo, but also put GBR. Put Go Big Red in there,
or you can put Old School.
Put Old School in the memo. So
where are we at right now?
We're at 393. 393.
We're about to be to 394.
Right. GiveToLincoln.com. Select Cedars, and any amount is the right amount. Again, through this thing. Like I want to read this because I was walking around earlier. They had tables out here, Jay, and when the food trucks were out here, folks were sitting at the tables, and they had little stands on the table, and on those tables they had numbers, and the numbers indicated how many young people walk through these doors on a daily basis,
right?
How many total combined nights just this year? How many nights where a young person came in and needed the safety and the security of Cedars? And those numbers are mind-boggling.
Yeah, you never think about it
right?
When you're just walking around, like. Sometimes if you just get a little bit of free time, you can just say, hey, man, what are these kids up to, or what's going on? You just never know who is affected in a positive way by Cedars in places like Cedars, but then also there's as many people as they service on a day-to-day basis. It'd be, astronomical.
Like to think of the value of what happens here. And again, it's investing in the future for 1,000 kids a day. And to walk through this campus and to walk into the space where their meals are being served, prepared, the dormitory sort of situation, go out back and see Carriage House and what they're going to do, go and look at the area, and then again 6 acres.
Yeah. What number
6
are we at?
acres. All
We
right,
just-
394.
Yeah, we just boosted that up over here.
394. So we're gonna keep it moving,
Yeah,
and we're
394.
gonna
I had to
push.
jump in there.
Right, it needs
If
to
I'm
be.
asking everybody else, I just had to jump in there. I did mine. I always do, but mine always comes up anonymous, so I had to jump in there.
Well, I made a point earlier that on early break, we gave a donation in the name of Valerie K. Joyner, who was Becky's mom.
Okay.
My mother-in-law, who was a teacher. She was a special education teacher. Imagine back in the 60s and 70s, the tiny little white woman going into D.C.,
right,
going into different pockets of the country and helping the students in the greatest amount of need.
Right.
And being that sort of general heart, good heart,
right.
and lived her life. And she was a woman of faith. And she left behind for us. And we were like, wait a minute. Like, we have enough.
Right.
We have enough. What do we do with it?
Right.
Well, in this space, and we made a donation to Pete Ferguson and the MLK
Right.
Junior Youth Rally, to the Malone Center, there,
Right.
the Link to Literacy,
Right.
United Way, Big Brother, Big Sister, YWCA. But this morning we made a $1,000 donation on behalf of Valerie K. Joyner to CEDARS. And then this afternoon, Becky and I, from our personal accounts, made a $1,000 donation. We believe in this.
Right. Yeah.
And it's necessary to say, and we're proud to be a part of it. So that's what we're asking for today.
Right, you got 6 more. So I like even numbers. I didn't like that we were at 393. So I got us to 394. So
right,
we
like
gotta,
like that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
You have to go. Okay,
I don't like odd numbers. We gotta get that even number.
Well, we have to continually remind people that over
Yeah.
the course of
Can't
this,
do that, man.
Yeah, you can't have Jay sitting here
Yeah.
uncomfortable because
Yeah.
it's on an odd number. 400.
Only number I like that's odd is number 1.
Yeah, and it has to be like over 4.
Yeah.
Like that's
401, and so after 400 we can odd it on up.
yeah, like we can
can't
do
be
that.
we can't be at 393.
But I can say this: it just surpassed $268,000. Right. So at 395, we're at 394 currently. So we need 6 more old school folks.
6 more old school folks.
Right.
At 4:30.
Well, at
We got an hour and a
4:30,
half.
we have time. So Jay, let's take the
We're
first
gonna
break.
take a quick break. Come back again. Old school is out here at CEDARS, 6601 Pioneers Boulevard. Give to Lincoln Day. GiveToLincoln.com. Select CEDARS. If you write a check, put CEDARS in the memo. Jay Foreman, DP. We'll be right back.
You're listening to 93.7 The Tickets, 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from CEDARS at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to CEDARS anytime, all day at GiveToLincoln.com. You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your sprinklers are watering the street or flooding your backyard. If you're on a list that doesn't exist, it's time for Judson Irrigation. At Judson Irrigation, Lee or Lacey or Judson will make an appointment. You pick the time and they'll be there to fix your sprinkler system. Now that's service, a dying art these days.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Soulful Casino in Havelock is a family-owned business, providing incredible food and service that'll have you craving more with every bite. Soulful Casino offers everything from pulled pork to fried chicken, catfish, ribs, and even quesadillas. You want sides? They've got them. From fries, green beans and baked beans, to collard greens, potato salad, and sweet dill corn. Stop by for lunch as they have specials Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 2 p.m. That's Soulful Casino, located in Havelock, where every bite you take fills the soul.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Hey guys, it's Nick. 93.7 The Ticket is excited to be broadcasting this weekend from Stillwater, Oklahoma, as the Big Ten champion Nebraska baseball team appears in their first regional since 2021. From Friday through Monday, Austin and I will have pregame shows, postgame reactions, interviews, and other thoughts from Stillwater as the Huskers begin their road to Omaha. If you're making the trip down there, make sure you join Austin and I on Friday from 12 to 2 from the Garage Burgers and Beer in Stillwater, located just 3 blocks away from O'Brate Stadium. Regional coverage is presented by Mullen Motors, Sandhills Global, and Blur Events. It's NCAA baseball tournament coverage live from Stillwater, Oklahoma, this Friday through Monday on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. See a chance of showers and thunderstorms throughout the day. An afternoon high around 76. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms are likely, with a low around 61. And tomorrow, we'll see a continued chance of showers and storms. An afternoon high around 74. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals in everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Join us each Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon for Youth Football 101 with Tank Perry of the Nebraska Red Wolves of 7-on-7 football. The future of the sport depends on the foundation set at a young age. Hear those stories and more each Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon here on 93.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? We're back old school out here at Cedars, 6601 Pioneers Boulevard. It's Give to Lincoln Day. We're going to get busy. When you go to givetolincoln.com, select Cedars and make a donation. At the break, we were at $394. Out of the break, we're at $396. By the time we go to the next break, we want to be at $400. And then I will allow all ticket listeners to end it on an odd number. And then hopefully we end on an even number by midnight. So anyways, it's Give to Lincoln Day out here at Cedars. Again, at 6601 Pioneers Boulevard. On your way home, feel free to stop by, donate, see the campus, see the great staff and people out here. Cedars does service and take care of 1,000 kids each day 6 square acres here, right here in the middle of, I guess, what is this? East Lincoln, Southeast Lincoln. I don't know. I'm not good on my directions, but we're in a busy part of Lincoln. Last year, in the partnership.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who's directionally.
I don't do that.
Yeah, I'm terrible.
DP, I tell you, when somebody says just go north,
I'm terrible.
when somebody says go north, look, listen, tell me go right, left, or straight, or backwards. No,
I'm
north.
terrible.
Yeah,
I'm
not trying to do it
worst.
at all, ever.
Oh.
When they say go north on 8th Street, then go south. No.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Anyways, last year, Cedars and the Ticket were able to fund the carriage house, which is almost complete. This year, Cedars is going to and on the way to building their new indoor activity center where kids can go in there and move and play and have a reality. But then also what you do with sports, it's the great connector, the great equalizer, as I like to call it. You're able to connect with the kids at a different level, get to do things that maybe that you're good at or that they're good at, or maybe both of you aren't, and have a common ground and break some barriers. Also, we have the next person that stops down, don't correct me if I'm wrong, DP, is if the next person that stops here at 6601.
Come and see us.
Come and see us.
We're not even talking donation. We're saying come see us.
Will they be? Well, I was saying the next person that stops by and donates gets the Salt Dogs VIP. I just like the VIP parking.
You just like giving away stuff.
Well, you guys got mad, said all my trivia questions are too easy. So I mean, I was giving away everything, and then you guys said it was too easy. Then it became too hard. So now it's the easy thing. Stop down, see us, donate. The donation, you'll get it back.
Well, no, because so formally we're not allowed to say if you donate, we'll give you a thing.
Okay, well then
what we can say is
correct it.
If you come down here,
yeah,
you can. We have tickets.
We will accidentally slip this in your car.
Oh no, we can purposefully because we give away tickets all the time. So I mean that's literally why we have the tickets. So there's that thing. So the next folks that stop by and see us.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Culligan Jay could have had him. I guess we'll give him tickets.
He was like Kaiser Soze. He was here and gone, man. But he did have a great question, and you guys discussed it a little bit yesterday. Is that if you put all the pools of your NFL players and coaches in there, who would get picked first?
Yep.
And really, what also you guys, I think you guys would, if I was in that conversation, is put ownership in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because ownership, that meaning the owners in there, and you got all of them. You got from Shad Khan, you got from Jerry Jones, and you got the Paligas up there in Buffalo, who I like. You got Ziggy Wolf, and then you got my man down there in Atlanta that got bamboozled into getting the first round quarterback after you gave Kirk Cousins $100 million. And then obviously you got Robert Kraft and Woody Johnson in some form or fashion. You got the Miami Dolphins ownership, and so that plays a part in the NFL because then you got the Rooney family. I mean, there's
you as a player, who would you want? Like, if you could just play for whoever you would want to play for, what coach is there that you would want to play for?
Ever?
No, now, right now. So you become all of a sudden.
For sure, I'd like to play for Mike Tomlin.
Like you get the elixir.
I wish I would have played in Pittsburgh. Bill Cowher. I wouldn't mind playing for like a Belichick. Definitely Andy Reid.
Mm-hmm.
I would play for Khakis. Jim Harbaugh. I'd play for John. I know guys that have played for both.
I said that John Harbaugh was the most underrated coach in the NFL.
Well, he doesn't get the amount of respect that he deserves.
Right.
So yes, because when you think about it, he's in the same division as Mike Tomlin. I don't think Mike Tomlin gets enough respect. It's just like I always warn people this, and I will never forget this conversation, DP. I was in that last year. I think I was just year 9. I was thinking about going by 10. I was trying to get cleared. And I was talking to Sean Bryson, one of my best. Matter of fact, I was just talking to him right before I pulled up here. We were talking about something else. And he's a Tennessee alum. So obviously, we played Tennessee in the national championship. They had Philip Fulmer. It was a couple years after they got to the SEC championship. Had another good year, missed it by a game, and then had a down year. The same thing that, with Frank Solich, like, okay, once they turn the TV off against USC, you start calling. I said, listen, not so fast, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I always say that like Lee Corso.
Yep.
Do not let consistency blind you and think it's just normal. And what I mean by that is when you think of John Harbaugh, right? And we've been critical of him. more of their offensive coordinator that you go against Patrick Mahomes and you only run the ball 8 times, right? Where he's always in the playoffs. Mike Tomlin's always in the playoffs or winning record. Sometimes these coaches get overlooked because of the it guys, right? Who is it? Stefanski.
Yep.
I like D'Amico
Whoever the
Ryans.
hot property is that moment.
Well, they have a team that hits that one year, right? Like Kevin O'Connell up in Minnesota. You win 13, 14 games. But those are smokescreen games. When you win 13 games, I think they won, or 12 games. It was 13 games. But then you win 10 of them by one score. You could lose all those, and then you could be on the flip side and saying, hey, we're so close, but yet so far. So, ownership is huge. GMs are huge. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how the league continues to go. This is the NBA as well. Obviously, there's some big news going on. They got a big game tonight, but then obviously the time frame to get back into college is over. So that lets you know Bronny James is still in there. Some other guys are still in there. Casey is, hopefully potentially going to get picked.
I haven't asked you that. You want Bronny on your roster, right? Even if he's not the guy that you're going to rely on.
He's going to bring more positives to your team than negatives. The problem with people, and this is the thing, I was talking to somebody about this. I was doing some national stuff. I was talking to somebody about this, and they were asking about why some people are jealous, right? And it's people, or they aren't necessarily jealous of Bronny, on the court, right? Because you can say, there's guys just as good, or I feel like he would have been an easier pill to swallow if he didn't have the health conditions this year. He would have definitely averaged 10 points. You say, okay, this dude's ready to go.
Right.
But I think they're jealous of the process, right? Now they forget other guys that go through the process and get boosted up, right?
Yep.
You want Bronny on your team for this. The moment's not too big. You know what he can do. He's been in the NBA locker room. He knows how to perform. He knows what it takes, right? And he is an NBA player in a college uniform right now, right?
Yep.
He knows what it takes to train. He knows what it's like to study film.
He knows the secrets of the
league. He knows
league.
the secrets, and he has the ultimate equalizer. He can pick up the phone and get a scouting report on Derek Pearson better than any scout out there. So he's okay with playing a role. So that means somebody that's now granted, he's going to have a lot of fanfare coming in and all this other stuff, right? But at the end of the day, and the most important thing, will he fit into your locker room and will he fit into your team? And it's yes, he's athletically ready to go. Now, I will tell you this, though, DP. Everybody fudged on their, in the media, right?
Right.
Now, I think, at one point in time when I was a freshman, I had myself listed.
6'4".
I did have myself listed at 6'4".
6'4".
Now, I was 6'2" and a half.
6'4".
And then I was 6'3", and that's legit.
Right.
I'm 6'2" and 7/8". I'm 6'3". Right?
I was in my high school game program. I was 6 foot 175.
Right.
I was 5'10", 155.
Okay, so
like all day.
Right, perfect example.
All day.
I hung out with Charles Barkley, and I'm a legit 6'3".
Yeah.
You see Strick or whatever. And Barkley was always listed at 6'6".
Mm-hmm.
And I kept and the funny thing about it is I kept looking at him. Like, well, no, I'm just like bro. Like I was thinking like either you ain't 6'6" or I just got taller walking in here. Because then I was like, well, maybe he had, flip-flops on and I had some, Nikes on or something.
Right.
Well, I was like, no, he got regular sneakers on. He ain't 6'6". So
that's why you had to have them barefoot test, man.
But if you play big and you know how to play, which he is, because here's the thing about Bronny that's a little bit people don't give him credit for. He's stronger than most of the people his size.
Yes.
He knows how to play big. He knows how to get to his spots. He's explosive. I can tell you this right now. He will yam on you at 6'1", and he can get from one end to the other. So where he would be really, really good, DP, as like we're just obviously the Timberwolves are playing the Mavericks tonight, is at the end of a quarter, end of half, right? He can pick you up full court, but then also he will make the right decision. we were talking offline about, or we were talking during the crossover with Strick, is the decision making of the Timberwolves in the most crucial time hasn't been good. He comes in as a rookie without a learning curve. Now there will be experience curve. Learning curve is different. What is a learning curve? Learning how to prepare, learning how to practice, learning how to train, learning how to be dedicated. More importantly, learning how to be and act like a professional.
Yeah.
That is where you leapfrog some guys, right?
Yep.
You know, and then you're like, why did he? Well, he only averaged 4 points. Well, listen, his 6 points or 4 points in college is better than your 10 points. Why? Because you know what you're getting, and where he's probably going to be picked, you need more of a guarantee. I'm not worried about that guy.
I'm not worried about him in the locker room.
I'm not worried about anything.
him being a bad influence.
Right.
He's going to put in the film study. He has resources, which is a vital thing.
And so he can be a quasi coach springboard to other things that you might not have access to. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh no, it's big.
So he brings in. Then also you can really, really focus on developing him and getting him better and getting him to fit into your system. And you know where I think he could be, and I don't know how many draft picks they have. You know where he'd be really good at? It'd be a place like San Antonio, off the beaten path.
Yeah.
You got Wemby down there, so you already got the star power. He comes in, takes some pressure off of Wemby in his second year, but then also you got a coach that would actually respect him for what he's doing. Where you don't want Bronny to go to is some BS organization.
Well,
right?
My thought was that
you don't want Danny Ferry as the GM.
Ooh, wow. Wow. That is tough. Like, I thought the ideal for him was OKC.
Yeah, off the beaten path.
Right?
Yeah,
away from it.
And Shea plays kind of like it. Shea's bigger, but he plays just like it.
Not a lot of the responsibility, not the emotional responsibility, and he brings resources to the table.
Yeah, and now I know it's all with Clutch Sports and negotiation now. He doesn't want to be a two-way contract. Listen, there's some really good players that have to go two-way.
I don't know why he wouldn't want to be a two-way.
Because the reason why it's a negotiation ploy. Pick me and we'll worry about it later.
Yeah.
Don't pick me don't pick me because you want that's what you're.
Well, mainly because, and the thing about Los Angeles is if he's in the two-way there, he at least is in the cycle of his father.
Or
he's in the
like
lake,
a Golden State or somewhere.
Yeah, he's in the area.
He's in the
there's comfort.
Right, he's in the West Coast.
All of those things. We're currently at 396, so we need folks.
We're at 396. I think we had a drive up though, and he left.
So we need.
My man drove up here.
Yeah.
So that's 397.
Well, it might not be in the system yet, so let's assume that. But we need the old schoolers in this next break.
Let's go.
So by the time we come back,
let's go.
We need three more. We need 4 more donations.
Need 4 more, man. We're slacking. Let's go. Anyways, Jay Foreman, DP, Old School. We are out here at Cedars, 6601 Pioneers Boulevard. Finish strong, Old Schoolers. We got to get to 400. We'll be right back after this break.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com. Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this spring at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through June 4th is buy 2 New York strips, get 1 sirloin for free. Also, $1.50 off gelato pints and scoops of gelato for just 50 cents. Locations at 84th and Havelock and 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online
online at prg-ne.com.
Ready to add a dash of Southern flavor to your week? At Wings and Rings, their brand new Southern fried wings have arrived for a limited time. Indulge in the irresistible goodness of large, traditional bone-in wings coated in a crispy beer batter and fried to perfection. Try them with hot honey or any other sauces. And for those busy summer days coming up, look no further than their Southern Fried Wings Family Bundle. Wings and Rings, 2 Lincoln locations on O Street or Village Lane. Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Join Main Street Beatrice for their annual Taste of Spring Beer, Spirits, and Wine Festival on Saturday, June 1st from 4 to 7 p.m. Enjoy an afternoon of unlimited tastings of Nebraska beer, spirits, and wine tasting at Charles Park near downtown. There's something for all palates, and you only pay your entry fee. Food and snacks are available for purchase at the event, as well as off-sale beer, wine, and spirits from vendors. This fun day is for adults 21 and over only. Buy your tickets at mainstreetbeatrice.org.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plant for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade to an Exactly Merge high-speed planter to cover more acres, increasing flexibility and productivity. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location to order your new John Deere planter and experience the Landmark difference.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska, or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Tanner's Bar and Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite MLB teams this spring and summer, as well as Nebraska baseball. Enjoy Tanner's delicious hamburgers, chicken lips, and daily specials, and wash it down with one of their tons of options of beers. You'll never have an issue finding the game, as there are TVs everywhere throughout the space. So get in early and grab your spot and settle in for an afternoon or evening of baseball at Tanner's Bar and Grill, 30th and Yankee Hill.
Hey guys, it's Nick. 93.7 The Ticket is excited to be broadcasting this weekend from Stillwater, Oklahoma, as the Big Ten champion Nebraska baseball team appears in their first regional since 2021. From Friday through Monday, Austin and I will have pregame shows, postgame reactions, interviews, and other thoughts from Stillwater as the Huskers begin their road to Omaha. If you're making the trip down there, make sure you join Austin and I on Friday from 12 to 2 from the Garage Burgers and Beer in Stillwater, located just 3 blocks away from O'Brate Stadium. Regional coverage is presented by Mullen Motors, Sandhills Global, and Blur Events. It's NCAA baseball tournament coverage live from Stillwater, Oklahoma, this Friday through Monday on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your child was embarrassed when you arrived at their basketball game. 75% of parents or guardians report current alcohol use. Drinking alcohol can cause harm to children and loved ones. By drinking less, your child will be excited to see you at their basketball game. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back. Quick segment, old school. Again, we are out here at Cedars, live in effect, 6601 Pioneers Boulevard. It is Give to Lincoln Day. GiveToLincoln.com and select Cedars. Any donation, any size will go to a great cause out here at Cedars. Service over 1,000 kids every single day. Carriage house last year, indoor activity center this year, plus the everyday costs out here in Cedars with the great staff and great campus out here. 6 acres. Beautiful out here on Pioneers Boulevard and southeast part of Lincoln. DP is our second year in a row. It's been obviously a success, 2 years in a row, but it's a great partnership that rings true out here at Cedars.
I'm still stunned by walking in the back and seeing this version of the carriage house in a year.
Well, I know
right? Like I didn't want to be brand new, but sometimes you have it's the investment and you think forward, and it's like, oh yeah, a couple of years I'll be able to see what this is going to look like. But you can actually go back and see it, feel it, and go, okay, all right, good work was done. There's some
sustainable, it's tangible,
real thing, right?
I always say when things are tangible, it brings excitement, but then also it brings support, and that's what Lincoln does. Supports not only Cedars but a lot of great organizations. Obviously, Cedars is where we're at and in the forefront and doing some great things and continue in being able to continue to grow and expand. And when you do that, you're able to provide even a better service than you were before. So
and shout out to Mother Nature.
Oh, just gave you a little bit, little bit.
Shout out to Mother Nature, because I thought, okay, this is gonna be a problem.
No, what happened was the Mother Nature said, we're going to make the weatherman right. We actually are going to rain today.
We're going to rain.
But we're not going to rain long. And then the sun's coming back out and the temperature's great. And so, look, we're at 396 by your count, but we've had 2 drive-ups in the last couple minutes. So we're 2 away.
And they have until midnight.
They have until midnight, but we want to be by 400 by the time we go off air. So
no, we don't be at 400 when we come back.
Yeah, we need to. So, a lot going on, I think, in the the top of the 5 o'clock hour. We're talking a little baseball, what it's like to transition from being, pat on the back. We've seen this with the basketball team, right? Once you get in the NCAA tournament, getting patted on the back for, 72 hours, getting on our bus or plane, going down to hostile territory, and then obviously, facing I call Florida a modern day blue blood in baseball.
Yep.
You have a do-it-all player in Caglione. He leads them in home run. First, he leads them in batting in every category.
Yep.
And he has the most wins and strikeouts as the pitcher. And
he's there swelling back from a few years ago.
But they are a home run team. And I wanted to ask you about this. And you can think about it during the break. When you look at the stats, right? Nebraska is a more complete team. The only difference is home runs. Yeah. How do you pitch around that? How do you coach around it? And how much does Mother Nature down there in Stillwater, where it can get windy, in a home run type of park, even the score for Nebraska, or puts them a little bit on their heels as they face a home run all or nothing team? Really what the Florida Gators are, they're like Cecil Fielder, where they'll bat 225 and have 40 home runs and 80 RBIs, put butts in the stands but won't win a lot of games. But they're in the regional. They face a worthy opponent in Nebraska, or we face a worthy opponent in Florida. But before we talk about that, we're going to take a quick break, come back at 5 o'clock hour. Jay Foreman, DP, Old School. We'll be right back.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at GiveToLincoln.com. You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving sprinkler system orphans. begging for service. The folks at Judson Irrigation shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours, and our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire. Spring often marks the beginning of severe weather, which can lead to power outages. LES wants you to be prepared before the storm. Restock your emergency kit, update your info with LES, and if you encounter an outage, report it at les.com/report.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plant for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade to an Exactly Merge high-speed planter to cover more acres, increasing flexibility and productivity. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location to order your new John Deere planter and experience the Landmark difference.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. See a chance of showers and thunderstorms throughout the day. An afternoon high around 76. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms are likely, with a low around 61. And tomorrow, we'll see a continued chance of showers and storms. An afternoon high around 74. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
There are some things that happen every day. In the morning, my paper gets delivered. Thank you. Around noon, my neighbor waters his flowers wearing a bathrobe and hip waders. Hello, Mr. Willis.
Where's my paper?
After dinner, the lady up the street walks her 14 poodles. And just before the 10 o'clock news, the Nebraska Lottery winning numbers are drawn for their daily games. Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day. With Nebraska Pick 3, you choose your bet type. In 2x2, there's a $22,000 top prize. And with My Day, you choose a 6-digit date. They're all just $1 to play, with drawings every day. Oh, excuse me. Hi, Mr. Willis.
I'm still looking for my paper.
Guess which part of the day is my favorite?
Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day top prize odds vary by game.
Hey guys, it's Nick. 93.7 The Ticket is excited to be broadcasting this weekend from Stillwater, Oklahoma, as the Big Ten champion Nebraska baseball team appears in their first regional since 2021. From Friday through Monday, Austin and I will have pregame shows, postgame reactions, interviews, and other thoughts from Stillwater as the Huskers begin their road to Omaha. If you're making the trip down there, make sure you join Austin and I on Friday from 12 to 2 from the Garage Burgers and Beer in Stillwater, located just 3 blocks away from O'Brate Stadium. Regional coverage is presented by Mullen Motors, Sandhills Global, and Blur Events. It's NCAA baseball tournament coverage live from Stillwater, Oklahoma, this Friday through Monday on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, we are back. Old school, Jay Foreman, DP. We are live in effect out here at Cedars, 6601 Pioneers Boulevard. It is Give to Lincoln Day. GiveToLincoln.com. Select Cedars and donate. An update. We are at $3.99. I do not like odd numbers, but with that being said,
I love that.
That is like literally giving me the heebie-jeebies. I do not like odd numbers.
Like it matters so much to Jay Foreman.
It is the deal. Listen, I will drive around to get the even parking spot. But with that being said, we have a special guest, a man.
Hey guys,
Jim. I know you've been on a busy day, a great day.
Yeah.
So it's never work when you're doing great things. Welcome. It's always great to see you. I saw you, I think, a couple weeks ago. Didn't get to talk to you, but good to sit down with you, man. I want to ask you. We always talk about vision, leadership, and stuff like that, and things like this doesn't come. You don't see the back end. Obviously before the front end. Talk about the process on a day like today, and how special it is to you. Obviously, you have a great staff, but just talk about your day and how this comes about.
Well, Jay, when you say vision leadership, I think of DP.
Yeah.
Right, sitting here right now. Because he was here at 5:30 a.m. this morning. And it's not just all day today.
Right.
But he helped conceive this whole partnership.
Yeah.
Year and a half ago,
Right.
2 years ago.
When he was, let me ask you this, though,
Yeah.
since you guys are partners, right? And so now you're family. When he first, because I know I've sat down with him when he talks to you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He's got himself ideas,
right? But but look, I'm talking to you now. Listen, when he came in your office, though, how long did it say, like, man, this dude, is he wired all right? But then it all works out, though, right? Right?
It all works out.
Yeah.
You take 70% of what he's saying.
Right. Hey, the 70% is better than like 5% people out there today, But
Jay, I'm so proud to know you guys, and we were in the old studio last year.
Yeah.
And now you're in a beautiful studio.
Sure.
Anyway, I just appreciate you so very, very much.
Well, we appreciate you. I think that Give to Lincoln Day is a partnership, as a whole between Lincoln and obviously great organizations, and this is a great partnership between the Ticket and Cedars.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as you like patting us on the back, we're here to pat you on the back, man. We're here on your home turf, great campus, in the city, 6 acres. You had the carriage house last year, which is looking phenomenal.
Great.
And then obviously you got the activity center. Talk about when I always say like this, I always say that coaches, in my opinion, write their obituary when they don't have vision.
Yeah.
You have vision. Talk about that, to have short, vision, intermediate, and long term, and then the process to execute that. Because sometimes if you don't have great staff like you have, or the lack of leadership, or whatever you want to call it, you can kind of stub your toe and not get out of starting blocks.
Right. So I'm already thinking about what we're going to do next year, DP. So how's that for vision? We're not even through here. We got X number of hours here tonight to finish.
And we're at $3.99. We need to be at 400.
Thinking,
by the time we go to break, so
we
can go to break and have a good break.
And I'm looking here too. But I mean, vision comes natural to certain people.
Sure.
But for me, I mean, I'll talk a second about myself here. I feel like I'm really blessed to match vision with a certain talent for attracting and retaining really quality people to surround myself with.
Right.
Starts with my wife. I'm going on my 40th wedding anniversary.
Okay. Consistency, right?
And she's high quality. And the people I work with have been here for decades.
Right.
So you match those two things together and you can do beautiful things for the community.
Yeah.
We just had a young man here, and he was getting ready to check into shelter.
Right.
And he looked to be about 15 years old.
Sure.
And for a minute, if you could put yourself in his place.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what all he's been through.
Yeah.
But it's enough
to
be checking into
Southeast
Nebraska's only emergency shelter.
Right.
How must that feel?
Right.
Now, and what would it be like if we were not here?
Right. Yeah, I know that we talked about that. It's
Where
not,
that could be.
Right. I always say, like, everybody, like when you drive past it, everybody sees this, right? And this is great.
Yeah.
The most important thing is once you get inside, because I always feel like what's inside makes this, even magical. So you have the outside and the inside covered.
Yeah.
And that's why you've been able to been so successful and being able to think about next year. And I obviously putting on a day like today and an event, and it's not just doesn't happen overnight. It's a 365, 24/7. And so I like to have vision and, obviously, being with your wife for 40 years, being here for quite a long time. Everybody's like asking me, how do you last 9 years in the NFL?
Yeah.
I was like, listen, I
How
might
do
not. Well, I'm about to tell you, this is it. Where it kind of correlates their
Yeah.
analogy what you're saying. I always say, look, I might not have burned the brightest, but I can guarantee you I will burn the longest.
Yeah.
And you will not beat me because of the consistently, being able to, be there and answer the bell. And that's what you're doing. I mean, so that's why you're able to have great things here is being able to burn longer. And so it's a credit to not only you, but the great staff, the energy right here and the people you have is obviously really good.
And I think, Jay, forget about me, think about the organization, because that's what's doing the work. But now 78 years.
Yeah.
We've been around.
Right.
There are 460 nonprofit organizations registered for Give to Lincoln Day. Almost all of them are wonderful.
Right.
But here we are really getting the community support.
Sure.
Right now we're pushing 300,000 or something like that.
Well, we'll get an update before we go to break.
It's a consistency.
Right.
Yeah. We started of the community.
Yeah.
A donation from Woodrow McGee, who had McGee's department store.
Sure.
Kind of right across the street from where the ticket is.
Right.
Bought this 6 acres for $7,500.
Ooh.
That's
a heck of an investment.
Back in 1948.
Yeah, which is a ton of money back then.
And there were people who gave for the kids of our community back there. And that was true in 1970. That was true in 1980 when I graduated from high school.
Right.
And today.
Right.
I mean, look what's happening. So
Sure.
it's the consistency of the organization too. We're gonna burn the longest.
Yeah. You have no choice because if you partner with the ticket, that's what we do.
Yeah,
So that's the way it goes.
Look at Carriage House we're building. That's a 100-year building. We're building back there for the kids.
Yeah, it's great, man. I mean, listen, when you talk about kids and it's easy for people over, let's say 35 to say, oh, the generation doesn't get it. But when you're really giving back and influencing the kids and providing support for them, I think that means even more because you're actually making a difference.
Yeah. Right.
And one thing for me, I coach AAU and kids come from all over Lincoln. I have one kid from out of town. The best thing I can do is give them a place where they can be safe and have support.
Yeah. Right.
Let alone showing up like this young man did here, 15 years old and not knowing what's next. They know what's waiting for them. Sometimes they don't like it, because I run gassers. But but at the end of the day, what you guys are doing is being selfless is a unique quality in this day and time.
Yeah.
That doesn't get enough credit. So you and your staff is definitely hit that we're at 400, so I can rest easy.
He's off the number.
He's off the number. Listen, we're at 400, so we're all good now. We're playing with house money now.
I hear that 410 is a even number too.
Yeah. That's what I'm okay with odd numbers after 400.
Okay.
Okay. But up to 400, it was touch and go over here. It was
that three out front. That three out front was
we were 393. I just had to get on the phone and say we got to be 394. So I had to. But it's good, and always going to midnight. And look, it's I know you guys will come in and be business as usual.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you got to celebrate not only this place, the staff, the work you've done, and also more importantly, the work you're going to do. Yeah.
Jim, let me ask. We mentioned the young man who walked in. We saw several young people today. Take us through what they need and what you provide when they walk in the door. Like the first thing to walk in and for them to make that walk. from the parking lot to the front door and to put themselves pretty much at your mercy.
Yep.
And just lay themselves there and say, I'm in need.
Right.
And any combination of words can follow.
Yep.
What do they need and what do you provide?
Great, talented staff that can not sympathize, but empathize.
Right.
Just as you were talking about.
Right.
A staff person who has the character and the experience to be able to empathize. What must this child be feeling here? Right. And I know that I don't know everything this child has been through.
Sure.
So you're starting from our staff is starting from a place of vulnerability too.
Right.
I don't know everything here, but I am here for you.
Right.
But I guess a more specific answer is food is good.
Yeah. That's everybody likes to break bread.
It's the first
food
thing,
is good.
right?
Yeah.
It's
Start
the
with
first
food.
bridge.
Yeah.
It's the first bridge.
Yeah, that's true. And
Good food.
And you know the thing is, the great thing about it is whether it's food or like a pop or whatever, water, it's an icebreaker.
Yeah. Right.
It's a common thing that everybody has to do every single day. You know, the one thing about it, you're talking about the walk up and you guys, you know, being empathetic is the biggest thing. I think what young people, not the biggest thing, one of the biggest things, I don't ever want to, you know, make a statement that's not true, is the effort to try to understand. Because there's no way that you're going to be able to understand what another human is feeling. But if you're trying, that will be more groundbreaking than anything.
Yeah, right. So thinking about what a young person who is in our emergency shelter needs, it's food. But, you know, we have young athletes.
Sure.
Here. We have kids that are not athletes.
Sure.
You know,
Right.
We have kids that are artists and athletes. We have kids that are artists and not
Right.
athletes, but we have kids that are young athletes too. And in January, when the weather is terrible,
Right.
like it was this year,
Yeah.
this budding 16-year-old kid, male or female, needs a place to blow that off.
Right. Yeah.
And so what we're all doing here today is raising money for this recreation center, the activity center, raising money for that. And we'll do this right. This will be a century project here. This will be here 100 years from now.
Right.
It's not extravagant.
Right.
This is not Pinnacle Bank Arena or something like that. It's going to be a 60-foot court, not regulation 90, which Mr. Strickland informed me is actually 94 feet, not 90.
Right, right.
60-foot multi-purpose court, 2-lane walking path around it.
Sure.
Little cardio, little weight room, little yoga room, counseling room.
Right.
A place for kids to go to
be active.
You know, they don't sit on the therapist's couch for 50 minutes.
Right.
And talk about the abuse they just suffered.
Right.
Now walking around a court track,
They'll talk.
Little track,
yeah.
talk about
and you
what's
get to
happening.
pick up on tidbits, and
Shooting
stuff.
baskets. We'll
Yeah.
have low baskets, high baskets based
Right.
on their needs. We'll also just have sitting rooms just to chill out.
Yeah, and also with the size that you have, you'll be able to do multiple things. You'll be able to do multiple sports and stuff like that. And you'll be able to do things where it'll be all, you know, everybody be in it. And that's great. You know, it's like I said, it's the vision and it's the next step. And then obviously when you're doing things that's going to be here long after that, you know, we're not here. You're setting the foundation and legacy of greatness. And to be a part of it, you know, is obviously probably you know, makes you feel real good.
Yep.
Hey,
So-
there is a thing. We were focused on the 399 donations. We're at 407.
There we go. See?
But yeah, Jim, there's another odd number in play, and it's time to high five and applaud because
You guys,
my friend, Cedars has now generated $325,000.
As my wife would say, woo, woo.
$325,000.
There you
for
go.
the kids in need of Lincoln. So
And we're over 400.
Yep.
Yeah.
325.
And you're okay.
325.
And you're okay with the 407.
$5,000, almost $326,000.
There you go.
This is like really.
Come on.
I've been all over the country, and I can tell you how proud Lincoln should be of themselves to be able to organize and purposefully show up for the good of somebody else's existence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, I got nothing for you but applause today. And I noticed the thing while we were here today, when everybody was eating and folks were sitting around breaking bread, and there's 2 food trucks, and there's the smell of barbecue and Tex-Mex, and it's really good, and there's music and conversation and laughter and backpacks. And I thought, Jim, I hope you stop for a second and recognize what you created, because it's difficult in this day and age to create a space and a time where everybody in that space is there on purpose to do good for other people. That is such a power move and so important in this day and age. Cedars did that.
I respect you saying that. I'm not going to deflect it. I'm just going to say thank you very much. We're all very blessed to be part of this organization.
Man, what a day.
Yeah, it's a big day, man. And we're not even done yet. I mean, even after when we go off air, you got 6 more hours.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, it's a credit. It's a credit. And,
from the text line, just so you know, you can donate at givetolincoln.com.
Select Cedars.
Just select Cedars when you get on the website and make your donation. And thank you in advance. 3994, and I know that you have been active on this text line, and you're always purposeful. So for all of you, if you're in the car, you're sitting at home, if you're just making a mental note to yourself that, hey, when I get done doing what I'm going to do, I'm going to donate. Anytime, we're grateful in advance for all the donations that are coming. We're certainly appreciative of the donations that have come. So
absolutely. So Jay, I was thinking, I remember a kid last summer, young man. He told me that when he graduates from high school, he's going to play basketball at UCLA. I know you're a football player.
Yeah.
Followed it. But I'm guessing you know how to run gassers for basketball players.
I do.
See,
I know how to tell them to do it. I don't know how to run them anymore.
When we get this activity center out here,
yeah.
Maybe we'll get you out here.
I told him
some of these kids
the Jay Foreman
going to be athletes.
We can get out there and do a little 7-on-7.
Yeah,
we can get up and down the court a little bit.
Yeah,
they get to go one-on-one with the Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we'll get it going, man. It would definitely come over and participate.
Also, I'd imagine that having different voices will also be helpful.
Thinking about another young man who was here, like, where are we now? All last summer. And he came in a little bit behind on his school credits because of his situation. At the end of summer, he was able to go back home ahead on his school credits.
Right.
And in time to make the football team.
There you go. And listen, I always tell
the freshman football team.
I always tell you, man, if you can study a playbook and make quick reactions like that, you can study a book that you need for academics. Without somebody trying to knock your head off. So
Jim, before we let you go, because I know there's a lot going on, and again, the staff of yours has been exceptional in the build up to this and the execution of it, and then in the idea behind it. What would you say to your staff about what they've done today?
I am very, very grateful to our staff here. Not just for what they have done all day today, being out here since 5:30 a.m. with you, but I'm grateful for what they do every single day, not just putting on this great show for the community to help the kids at Cedars, but really our staff and all of our programs, whether it is in the shelter, street outreach team, our child care team, our foster care team. I'm so grateful. It's about gratitude, DP.
Kind sir, thank you for allowing us to come in and ride shotgun to this great thing that you're doing. So
pull up Google, givetolincoln.com. Really easy.
Yep.
Select Cedars.
Thank you all.
If you write a check, Lincoln Community Foundation, Cedars in the memo.
Yep.
Thank you, Jim, for coming on.
All right, guys.
We always enjoy you coming on, but we're going to take a quick break, come back, put a bow on this bad boy on this level, one more segment. Jay Foreman, DP, and Jim out here at Cedars. Give the Lincoln Day. Old School. We'll be right back.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com. Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this spring at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through June 4th is buy 2 New York strips, get 1 sirloin for free. Also, $1.50 off gelato pints and scoops of gelato for just 50 cents. Locations at 84th and Havelock and 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
If you've been putting off your health, what are you waiting for? The summer 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is exactly what you need to kickstart your wellness. Farrell's gives you all the tools, coaching, support, and accountability you need to be successful. The 10-week challenge begins on June 8th, and monthly payments are now available. Head to fxblincoln.com for all the details. Stop taking your health for granted and get started with Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping.
Spring often marks the beginning of severe weather, which can lead to power outages. LES wants you to be prepared before the storm. Restock your emergency kit, update your info with LES, and if you encounter an outage, report it at les.com/report.
There are some things that happen every day. In the morning, my paper gets delivered. Thank you. Around noon, my neighbor waters his flowers wearing a bathrobe and hip waders. Hello, Mr. Willis.
Where's my paper?
After dinner, the lady up the street walks her 14 poodles. And just before the 10 o'clock news, the Nebraska lottery winning numbers are drawn for their daily games. Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day. With Nebraska Pick 3, you choose your bet type. In 2x2, there's a $22,000 top prize. And with My Day, you choose a 6-digit date. They're all just $1 to play, with drawings every day. Oh, excuse me. Hi, Mr. Willis.
I'm still looking for my paper.
Guess which part of the day is my favorite?
Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day top prize odds vary by game.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska, or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Hey guys, it's Nick. 93.7 The Ticket is excited to be broadcasting this weekend from Stillwater, Oklahoma, as the Big Ten champion Nebraska baseball team appears in their first regional since 2021. From Friday through Monday, Austin and I will have pregame shows, postgame reactions, interviews, and other thoughts from Stillwater as the Huskers begin their road to Omaha. If you're making the trip down there, make sure you join Austin and I on Friday from 12 to 2 from the Garage Burgers and Beer in Stillwater, located just 3 blocks away from O'Brate Stadium. Regional Additional coverage is presented by Mullen Motors, Sandhills Global, and Blur Events. It's NCAA baseball tournament coverage live from Stillwater, Oklahoma, this Friday through Monday on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. See a chance of showers and thunderstorms throughout the day. An afternoon high around 76. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms are likely, below around 61. And tomorrow, we'll see a continued chance of showers and storms. An afternoon high around 74. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Jay Foreman, DP, old school, The Ticket. We are live out here again at Cedars, 6601 Pioneers Boulevard. It is Give to Lincoln Day. You're riding in your car or at home, getting ready to fire up that grill because it looks like the weather is permitting. You can go to givetolincoln.com and select Cedars, or if you send in the check, have the check addressed to Lincoln Community Foundation and put Cedars in the memo line, so it can go right to Cedars and continue to raise some money for the indoor activity center. A year after the carriage house that is looking masterful in the back, but then obviously the indoor activity center, like Jim explained, when it gets cold out, but then also you can find out, they always say, if you really want to find out about a person, just go play golf with them, right? You'll find out how they handle stress, what they, if they got true confidence, so forth and so on. But also you can find out a lot about a person, through being active, that whether it's going for a walk, obviously in a sport, so forth and so on. So always onward and upward out here at Cedars.
There's another add-on to that. They say that if you want to know about a person, ask a child.
Yeah.
Ask a child. And we were just told the story of a young man who literally was saying that, listen, of all the places he's been, the only place he felt love was Cedars.
Yeah. And that's what we asked Jim about the process. And that when you show up to a place and somebody and they're there and you're greeted with not only open arms, but open and good intentions too. And so
kids know when you care.
Yeah.
And it's the most important thing. And most people, the sad thing is that there are a lot of people who figure that out. Like they don't recognize it. Listen, they're asking for the bare minimum, which is to treat me like a human and see me.
Yeah.
And all the other stuff. And again, now, after a drum roll, that Cedars is over $326,000.
Yeah. And we're over 400 people.
$326,000. They have until midnight. You can donate. You can donate. Just simply go to givetolincoln.com.
Right.
And click Cedars and make your donation. There is no wrong amount.
No, there's not.
There's no wrong amount. So whatever that number is, listen, some of the moms that are in the car, you were going to stop by fast food. You know what? Donate that and go in that fridge and go ahead and make it.
Yeah, they can eat leftovers for a night.
Right? Like one night. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
Jake Sorensen in your next golf outing. Instead of going and putting that money into golf, Jake Sorensen make a donation. Okay. Just see, but I know you, Jake Sorensen. I know you. I know how much you make a year, Jake Sorensen. That's what I need to hear. Jake Sorensen said that he, too, made a wonderful donation today. Bravo. And if you made a donation, go ahead and put it in the text line. Let me know. We just had a texter say, hey, listen, I just made a donation of $100. Thank you for doing that. Greatly appreciated. So, it's a thing, Jay.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a great partnership, and it was funny to see Jim's face when I asked him the first time he sat down with you, because I've been in those meetings and stuff like that. But it's worked out all to the good, and I'm sure. Look, I mean, you got to think, and I heard you talk about it this morning. I think with AD and Raf on their show is that Cedars is the mothership, and how to go about Give the Lincoln Day, but or how to go about raising money for different events, right? For have a 2-year run of greatness, it takes a lot of vision. It takes a lot of people power, but then also it takes a great partnership. You don't get success by doing it all on your own.
Well, I mean, we can be hype men, but if the service isn't good and the people aren't good, it just didn't. I mean, that's over 2 years. There's over 1,000 people who have made donations to Cedars.
Yeah,
like that means that there's consistency and good in it. Look, I'm going to spend the rest of the hour celebrating Cedars because listen, there are people who ask us to do things with them, and I say no really quickly, a lot. But the rule at the top of the pyramid for what we deal with and what we don't deal with is it, and I want people to pay attention. Is it good people doing good things?
Right.
With those two things, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm always in. And look, to see the young people, and again, last year walking through here, meeting the young people, meeting the people who work here, we're watching them show up in full, watching them just be good people to themselves and each other. I'm in.
Yeah. It's one thing is that there's a lot of places that's probably been around a lot, but there's a lot of places that haven't been around a lot and do good work continuously and continue to grow.
Yeah.
There's the old saying, my brother's a doctor, and you get all those you have your name and then you get the MD and all this other stuff. I said, and he was asking me about it, and I said, look, dude, you got to go through the med school and all that other stuff, but I said ultimately the stuff that's coming after your name isn't going to make the doctor. You will make those. Yeah. And that's the thing though about Cedars is that what they do day in and day out, night in and night out, obviously 24/7, 365 is obviously coming to fruition. Not only the last 2 years, but in every year, before it, being able to expand, being here for since early 1940s, and long vision, and
long vision.
Somebody, it takes a leap of faith, but then also it takes a true leader to say, you know what, when I'm gone from here. And, you had the one big donation, and then it got started from there, and then you continue to do it. And then there's, probably some times it's been lean and so forth and so on. So this is where you got to, push through that breaking point, and then you're able to have great days and to be able to celebrate on days like today.
Well, they stayed with it and then improved on it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? To keep working, because you could have just stayed with doing what you did on the original idea, right? And then it's no.
Yeah.
There's another blind spot that we've missed. Okay, now there's another service we can provide.
Yeah.
There's better meals. I mean, he talked about it. Look, food is a big part of this thing. If you don't understand that you're donating money, make sure that these young people in the middle of the night get fed.
Well, yeah, I mean, most likely, when you're trying to find a safe place to go, right? And when you're coming to emergency facility, I doubt that you're stopping at McDonald's or something before you get here. You're trying to get here and then go from there. A good hot meal or even like a drink or something like that is a great icebreaker to get down and just to learn about somebody. You don't have to dive into the details on how they got here. Now you can just kind of get on a level so you can feel each other out. It's a unique process that obviously that when kids come here, they go through the process like you talked about, just to walk up to the door, to have to be brave enough to put yourself on campus, to go inside the building, to welcome the help and the support, and then obviously from the staff and for them to do the same, and then obviously earn the trust both ways, and that's how you're able to have a celebratory day like today on Give to Lincoln Day.
I walked up at 5:30 and I stood in front of that door.
Right?
Because you understand how heavy that door can be.
Yeah. I mean,
when you have the burden of everything,
life. Yeah,
and to walk through that door knowing that there are superheroes on the other side that got your back. Hey, and providing not only base level decency, like not just, hey, you're welcome, come on in.
Right.
But come on in, you're safe. I'm gonna feed you.
Yeah.
A place to rest your head.
Right.
Like a clean pillow and a clean bed with a mattress and a blanket and something in your belly, and you're able to close your eyes and look at tomorrow. Like you can start thinking about tomorrow.
Right.
Listen.
Really thinking about tomorrow.
Right?
There's a one thing about thinking about it versus worrying about it. Worrying about where you're going to be able, where are you going to be in a safe place, or are you going to be protected? Are you going to be listened to? Are you going to be supported? Versus knowing all those things just by taking the leap of faith to go in. And I always say, look, this is a great building, great facility when you drive past it, right? It's 6 acres on 6601 Pioneers Boulevard. But the more important and what really makes the outside so special is what goes on inside. And that obviously they're adding on to it and have the vision and the leadership to do so.
Well, to tell me that I'm going to get those things, and then tomorrow that I will advance so much as a human being from where I was when I walked in the door.
Right.
To have a place, you know what? I can be a kid.
Yeah.
I can grab a basketball, and I'll have a place out back.
Yeah.
Whether it's 40 degrees or 80 degrees.
Yeah.
And just be able to breathe fresh air and bounce
a safe environment.
Right.
Though. And that's great. You know, obviously activity center is going to be phenomenal, right?
Like just it's life changing.
Yeah, we're going around a little 1-2-2 press, you know.
Right.
Yeah, man. You know, we're gonna have
right.
you gotta be careful with. Listen, the ultimate. If you want to get some kids in line,
yeah.
We'll put you through the NFL experience.
And understanding that the kids who come through here go look at you like, okay, whatever you need for me to do, I'm gonna do.
Yeah, man. Because if you get out, because
you know what I've just been through.
Yeah,
this ain't it.
Yeah, because
this is not it.
You get out of line, man. We can put you in a 12 play drive real quick.
Hey, right.
Like that.
Listen, Nerf football out on the new space.
Yeah.
Wiffle ball.
Yeah, that's where legends will be made.
Hey, I fully expect
we might have to create a Hall of Fame out there.
Right, and to have like a Jake Sorensen putt golf, and we have the equipment, the portable equipment that you pull up. Yeah, and let Jake go out back and work on it, showing these kids how to work on the short game.
Yeah. Jake got hands of a surgeon, so we'll see how people adjust. But you just never know who could come out of there. But more importantly is who's coming in and how they're supported. And like one thing that you said is kids are vulnerable, and they are, and they're not equipped to we've been in this real world or this whole thing called a real world, this game of life, a lot longer than they have, and so you want to give them the best chance to be successful in any form or fashion, and that's what Cedars does. One of the things they do is do that. When you think that you've been around for over 75 years, man, 75 years.
That is such a long ride, long journey, long vision.
But to get better and bigger and better after 75 years is more importantly. It's one thing to be, in year 75 and you're kind of like just copy and paste. Now they eat, Jim said he's already thinking about next year. So,
next year, here's the thing. We had plans for this year. Not for nothing, but we had plans on the baseball team being here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That couldn't happen.
That's a good problem though.
Yeah, that couldn't happen because they were a little bit busy. And there are a lot of folks who made the trek down to Stillwater, who are making the trek down to Stillwater because good things are happening. But next year, Amon Green will be in town. We'll have some additional Huskers in play. Adam Carricker will be in town. We'll have some additional folks we can put in the building, Jay. We can throw
you can have Carricker come out here and show them how to do arm curls or something.
How about that? Well, he would have lifted everything in the parking lot.
Yeah,
he would have lifted everything.
Yeah, man. He like to lift weights, man. I don't know what the deal is. I never seen him do that like that, man. Him and AG.
Him
and AG just need to do arm curl a podcast about lifting weights.
Yeah,
eating right.
I don't.
They don't eat no pork. They don't eat nothing good. They just eat nothing but vegetables and protein shakes.
Right, like it's just like you go, okay, you're barely human. I understand it. I get it.
Because he's still thinking he got 24-inch pythons.
Yeah,
that's what he really.
Well,
thinks.
he's waiting for his next run at WWE Championship.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, DP. I know we're highlighting Cedars, but I'm not a big UFC fan. I mean, I am, but I don't really get into it because I think it's just human, chicken fighting.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I have a feeling, though.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that Dustin Poirier he's gonna go out the champion. Here's why. And I'm always looking for little things why you're gonna win a championship.
Yeah.
He comes out to James Brown.
Yeah.
That's how I know he's gonna win.
He
his entrance music is James Brown.
He is the
Pay
diamond.
the cost to beat a boss.
He's the diamond. Listen, I will go through you. I am going through you.
Yeah, man.
I have my steps are ordered.
Yeah.
I have to go through you. And like I said, I always say about UFC is that it's a combination of the arts. And
Yeah, you
people
got everything in there.
Yeah, people talk about, well, it's brutality. No, I look at it and that it's not. Sugar Ray Leonard used to talk about it. It's not that I'm fast. He goes, it's that I don't like getting hit.
Yeah.
So I work hard at defense so I don't get hit.
Yeah.
That's MMA.
Yeah.
That's life. Like that's a great
I think
life
people
skill.
think the cage and you think like, oh, they're just gonna be grinding your forehead against the cage, like you really like you Dusty Rhodes against Ric Flair in a bunkhouse brawl. It's not like that. There is an art to it and there's a science to it. It's very strategic, but obviously that match caught my eye because it's most likely probably going to be his last one.
Yeah. Well, if he loses, but if he wins,
I think he's done.
I heard.
I'm a big believer when you change your entrance music because he's coming out with a remix between Diamonds and Boss with James Brown.
I've heard I thought Anthony Lionheart Smith that this is his last fight when he fought the undefeated young dude, except for he choked him out in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guess what?
Yeah, retirement thinking. Wait a minute.
Guess what?
Put him in the sleeper hole.
Hey man, there's all of that.
Hey man, I don't know about you out there before we go to break, man. We used to always go be up behind people, put people in the sleeper hole.
Oh,
it actually does work.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah,
it was amazing because that's what we did.
Yeah, you can put people to sleep really in the sleeper hole. I didn't really realize that. I thought it was all fake.
No.
Anything. One thing that's not fake is the success of Cedars. It's Give the Lincoln Day. Go to givethelincoln.com, pick Cedars, or if you write the check, make it out to Lincoln Community Foundation, Cedars in the memo.
$326,000,
and we're up over 400.
You're not done. You got till midnight tonight, so keep it moving.
That's right. We're gonna take a quick break, put a bow on this 12-hour ticket extravaganza out here at Cedars, 6601 Pioneers Boulevard. We'll be right back.
You're listening to 93.7 The Tickets, 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com. You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
School tells you all about the 4 seasons: spring, summer, and so on. And then there's a way we really tell what time of year it is. Sports seasons: football season, baseball season, or even off season. Well, what's the chocolate season? Well, it's now, of course. And now, and always. Whether you're looking for a caffeinated pick-me-up on the way to work, a little snack on the way home, or you need the perfect gift that's sure to be appreciated, it's time for the chocolate season, y'all. 40th and Old Cheney, or order ahead at thechocolateseason.com. See you there.
There are some things that happen every day. In the morning, my paper gets delivered. Thank you. Around noon, my neighbor waters his flowers wearing a bathrobe and hip waders. Hello, Mr. Willis.
Where's my paper?
After dinner, the lady up the street walks her 14 poodles. And just before the 10 o'clock news, the Nebraska lottery winning numbers are drawn for their daily games. Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day. With Nebraska Pick 3, you choose your bet type. In 2x2, there's a $22,000 top prize. And with My Day, you choose a 6-digit date. They're all just $1 to play, with drawings every day. Oh, excuse me. Hi, Mr. Willis.
I'm still looking for my paper.
Guess which part of the day is my favorite?
Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day top prize odds vary by game.
Hey guys, it's Nick. 93.7 The Ticket is excited to be broadcasting this weekend from Stillwater, Oklahoma, as the Big Ten champion Nebraska baseball team appears in their first regional since 2021. From Friday through Monday, Austin and I will have pregame shows, postgame reactions, interviews, and other thoughts from Stillwater as the Huskers begin their road to Omaha. If you're making the trip down there, make sure you join Austin and I on Friday from 12 to 2 from the Garage Burgers and Beer in Stillwater, located just 3 blocks away from O'Brate Stadium. Regional coverage is presented by Mullen Motors, Sandhills Global, and Blur Events. It's NCAA baseball tournament coverage live from Stillwater, Oklahoma, this Friday through Monday on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Load up on meat and more this spring at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through June 4th is buy 2 New York strips, get 1 sirloin for free. Also, $1.50 off gelato pints and scoops of gelato for just 50 cents. Locations at 84th and Havelock and 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. See a chance of showers and thunderstorms throughout the day. An afternoon high around 76. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms are likely, the low around 61. And tomorrow, we'll see a continued chance of showers and storms. An afternoon high around 74. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Highball Bar in downtown Lincoln is open and located just north of 11th and O Street. Highball Bar offers a vibe and atmosphere like no other, making it the perfect place to grab a drink or beverage. Highball Bar features great events such as Karaoke Sunday, $4 Tito's on Mondays, Jack Daniel's specials on Wednesdays, and much more. Make Highball Bar your go-to spot after a hard day at work or on the weekend. Highball Bar, located at 122 North 11th Street in downtown Lincoln.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from CEDARS at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to CEDARS anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, I gotta call you back. We're back out here, 6601 Pioneers Boulevard. Got my man Jake Sorensen.
What's going on?
You tired, dog?
I'm just, getting my energy back. It's been a
ain't got
long
no
day out here. A good long day at CEDARS. We've been in here since 6 a.m. Set up at 5:15 a.m. Here we are. We're just rolling and bringing in money for Cedars. Great cause.
What time did you wake up this morning?
I got up at 4:30. Got here by 5:15. Set it up, and it's been great. It's been a great, not a good day, but it's been a great day out here. A great day at Cedars. For Give to Lincoln Day.
It's been a great 2 years, Jake.
It has been. I'm just saying today's been great. Last year was awesome. Today's a new day.
Now this is so the conversation we were having with Jim, right? You said that sometimes I'll come up with these ideas and y'all will look at me like I'm a weirdo. And I remember having the conversation with Jake Sorensen. Jake, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do an all-day radio telethon. And Jake looked at me and he's like, "What are you talking about?"
Is that true, Jake?
It had never been done by this station until last year. Went well, and we did it again this year.
All right. So you're a believer now.
I had to see it to believe it, and I believe.
You do
I've seen
believe
the light.
But that is the story with Jake Sorensen and me.
But how long
from day one, 4 years ago?
A lot of stuff.
How long will this last, Jake? Because you can be a little tough cookie to crack.
I'm a tough cookie.
Yeah,
I think it's
getting you to see past.
Well, DP is a visionary, and I'm not always visionary. I got to have a visionary to lead me there. And he has.
Yeah. Well, that's a great thing, though. That's a great thing about Cedars. Great thing about Give to Lincoln Day. You can change the world in one day if you can change the vision of Jake Sorensen.
Jake, you said you made a sizable donation today.
We did.
Why?
Well, because Cedars is an incredible organization. I love what they're building. They had the carriage house last year, which is awesome. It's almost done. The indoor facility is going to be wonderful for kids in need to get the time they need to exercise and you'll get all the energy out and still have a place that's safe and nice and wonderful. And so I think it's something where it's well worth anybody's money to donate to, which they can still do all the way to midnight at givetolincoln.com. Select Cedars. And I would encourage, if you haven't donated yet, please do. Please consider it. It's a worthy cause. It's a great organization, and the staff here has been incredible all day this year, last year, the last few months leading up to this. It's been it's not just we're a part of this cog. They're the reason that makes this thing go.
I would say this: we had the conversation last year, and I want to repeat it so that we know. To Jim, to Kristen, to this entire staff, and all of the leadership and the member pieces of importance, the people who make it move. Thank you, and congratulations, because what you're doing here is pretty impressive. It's wonderful to watch. It's important, but we need to bring them all over.
Yeah, we got
and we're going to do this thing. And to every single one,
wrapping it up.
Every single fan,
Surround the king, Jake Sorensen.
every single fan who donated, every single listener who donated, every single person who contributed, who stopped by, who made a statement. We say from Cedars, for the young people, the staff, the station, this community. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember my 3 things. Thank you for the opportunity. Love you for what you're doing and who you are. And at the end of it, if you do it right from those 2 things, well done, well done, well done. Cedars, well done.
We'll see you next year.
Yeah. Good job, Jake. A little sleepy.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give